Molly knows absolutely nothing about this. The first day of moving in, you stepped on Granny's blood, sitting at her desk. When she was bored, she would pick up the broken spot on the table, but I didn't know that it was Granny. Before jumping upstairs, Granny was constantly prying the table until her hands were bleeding. Molly knew all this. You wouldn't dare sit here. After moving to, Malians often go to the roof to smoke alone. But that day, she saw a girl walking on the roof. Mally, scared, rushed to check. But when that girl turns her head, the face is Molly. Fortunately, it was just a nightmare. Molly saw that her classmates had all returned. Started packing up, but her backpack has disappeared strangely. Molly, I can just go to the corner and pick up a discarded backpack. Bad luck. This backpack is from Granny, who died when leaving school, and behind her, there's a string of black footprints. The next day to class, Molly felt very strange. You always feel cold on your back. And the classmates' eyes looked at her very strangely. Molly, look, according to their eyes. I found out that my finger had been cut off. From when? Molly is horrified. There's something in my mouth right now. She put her hand in the crochet out. Soon, Molly's arm was also broken. You look no different than a zombie. Next second. Fortunately, everything that just happened was a nightmare. The frequency of nightmares is increasing. That's why she was called up by the teacher too much, Theo. Molly used to be depressed. So you're the subject of the school's special interest. No one dares to be friends with Molly. Only the top boy nailed class under the name Zombat. Molly likes to chat with Zombat. But today the Zombat look at you is very strange. He asked Molly if he had stepped on anything. Molly knows now. There's always a string of black footprints behind me. You said a few days ago, I stepped on a dirty puddle in front of the class. The Zombat's face was getting more panicked. And say that. Last semester, a schoolgirl jumped to her death. The school tried to wipe away the blood, but couldn't. Ever since this happened, no one has ever stepped on that blood. Molly suspects she's being stalked by something dirty. That afternoon after school, she suddenly fell down from upstairs. You don't know what happened. When I woke up, I was in the hospital. The teacher asked her if she was thinking badly or accidentally fall down. But Molly doesn't remember anything. She clearly remembered being in class. Close your eyes and you're on the ground. After discharge, Molly rushed to find her classmates. I want to know everything about Granny. At SAO, Granny jumps again, and at SAO, she follows Molly her. Must make this clear. My classmate said Granny was good at school, but I went on a date with a physics teacher named. As a result, she is pregnant. My brother was fired, and she jumped off the roof of the school. The night before Granny died, she posted a post on social media. She said if she gets 1,000 likes, she'll die. At that time, I came across this article by chance and liked it. Now that we know Granny's passed, Molly has quietly dropped out of favor. Unfortunately, Granny still won't let go of her. Molly was sleeping at home that night. When I woke up, I found myself in school. I saw someone sitting on my desk. This look is definitely not human. Molly is covered in magic. No matter how you run, you're on the second floor. You can only use it in the fire department for self-defense. They say ghosts often harm the wicked. Granny wasn't killed by Molly. Even if you want revenge, you should not go to Molly. Think through this point. Molly walked directly into the classroom. The words disappear appeared on the desk. She knew Granny was here. I didn't go. I had to transfer to 4 schools. Why don't you go to the person who hurt you? But looking for After you vent your anger, Molly hears Granny's cry. Granny seems to have been scared by her, shivering in the corner of the room. From that day on, Granny didn't dare to bother Molly, because Molly found out who really killed Granny. No one else is their homeroom teacher. He thought Granny had disgraced the class. You should find ways to make it difficult for her. But he didn't know that Granny wasn't fundamental. It's just a rumor among the students. Professor, the shoes are stained. Leave the toothbrush on overnight, and there is still water. The milk box hasn't been touched. The girl feels nervous. You live alone in this house. But now all the signs are there. There seems to be something else in your house. After the death of mom and dad, the girl returned to Thailand from the US. The aunt refused to adopt. You have to live alone in this apartment. This apartment is where your father used to live. At first, the girl was not afraid. But in the house, there are always strange phenomena happening. It makes you alert. The shivering girl hid in the blanket all night. The next day, she discovered my toothbrush as if touched by that AI. The egg that fell to the ground last night is gone. She suspects the house is haunted. But thinking back, this is the house my father used to live in. They are also less afraid. Review for the same. If there's a ghost here, it's her father. Video call girl for friend in USA. Tell me about what I've been through. She said she was happy to have her father. Next to, but her friend asked her a question worth thinking about. But how could you be sure that it's your parents' ghost? Not others. What do you mean? I don't know, but, look, there's something behind you. The panicked girl turned around, but there was nothing there. It's just a friend trying to scare her. Unfortunately, the girl was not fooled. That immediately recognized a friend's joke. However, the friend's words had alerted her. Then her father used to live in this house. But if this house is haunted, how can I be sure it's my father's ghost? If it's a demon, that she doesn't know, her end will be miserable. The girl decided to install the camera to monitor the situation in the house. I want to see who that ghost is. But the girl didn't know that after she fell asleep, a dark hand reached out to her. The girl's phone is still on. You slept for a long time and didn't touch the phone screen. Is the screen still lit? The nervous girl picked up the phone. It turns out that there is a lot on many bizarre images. Inside is a picture of her sleeping, and also took a lot of pictures. The girl was afraid to stay home, hiding in the guard room all night. The next day, she bought a ticket to fly back to the US. You don't want to stay in this scary place anymore. But when I got home to pack up, she suddenly remembered that the camera was still in the closet. Curious to check the VI, I thought I saw an object. Dark bodies crawl out from under the bed. The girl is so scared that she has trouble breathing. It's still under the bed. So I took a picture down with my phone, even though there's nothing down there. But you still don't dare to stay. When you pull the suitcase. When he left, the key accidentally fell under the bed. You can just use a knife to pick it up little by little. She immediately ran to unlock it. She was so nervous she couldn't open it. You're so scared you're dizzy. Mind spinning. I fell into my chair uncontrollably. After taking a few deep breaths, you finally calmed down. Remember, I didn't see the whole video. She picked up the camera and continued to watch. That dark thing is right under her. The girl feels the enemy holding her. He quickly stabbed down with a knife. Then she hastily fled. Raban, call your aunt for help. But now your voice is too weak. The other end of the line is inaudible. See, the present can only be self-sustaining. The girl went back home. Now that darkness is gone, she searched everywhere to destroy it. But when I went to my father's bedroom before, to know that that dark thing is not a ghost, it's a living person. That's a man your father took to the circus. Has bizarre shape and ugly appearance. After the girl's father died, that man has always lived in this house. To know the truth, the girl is finally no longer afraid. She came to the living room with a loud voice. You and I have been abandoned. She added that if he didn't mind, you can take him with you abroad. Listen to the girl's words. That man finally stepped out. The girl threw him a suitcase. He went inside of himself. He thought the real girl would take him away, but soon after.
Go to hell, fucker! Fuck you, asshole!
Blood came out of the suitcase. The girl has completely eliminated that man. Then she carried the suitcase of clothes. Get out of here without turning around. I was exhausted when I got on the bus. It's a shame you didn't know that. That man actually had a biological brother couple, and that person is always with her. People say the school's second bathroom should not be in, but this girl doesn't believe it. Suddenly, there's a frantic knock on the door outside. The frightened girl hurriedly sat up, but the knock on the door got louder. I hurried to get the knife. The noise finally stopped. She doesn't know if the outsiders have left. I looked carefully down to check. She was green-faced for a long time. External identification is no longer dynamic. Slowly opened. This is not a person. This is a school mannequin. The frightened girl hurried off with her bag. But right now, you hear that AI calling your name in the back? She turned her head, but there was no AI. Now the mannequin slowly turns its head. The toilet door also closed. Crazy girl banging on the door. Who thought that mannequin was gone? You are afraid to look around. Now it's like a cold wind blowing in the back. After being taken to the hospital, the girl's story was spread all over the school. Everybody's talking about this. Only America moved in, not interested. My classmates, I didn't know about the school rumors. So I told her about the haunted mannequin. Every 6 o'clock at night, that mannequin goes around the school. The American people are a little curious about that. During class, she kept looking at the dummy. Right now.
เล่นอะไรโอ้ยไม่ตกใจหน่อยเหรอ
America is not afraid. She's different from the other students. She likes to live alone and collect 10 flowers. Just seeing the tree trapped in the brick slits, you will use the brick to save the tree. My classmate is very interested in America. You want to be friends with America. So I told my daughter that the school's mannequin. Something happened last night. Someone discovered a mannequin with no head. People suspect the mannequin is haunted. But America doesn't care. When she returned home, she took the head of Ra's mannequin. Turns out the head of the mannequin was stolen by her. I want to find out if this mannequin is actually haunted, or shouldn't have smashed Ra to see what was inside. There are 2 human teeth inside. America immediately rolled her eyes. But you're not afraid. Because you live alone, you forged the risk. The American woke up that night to go to the bathroom. But when I got back to the bedroom, I found out there was something in the bed. Peeing to the end of the bed, pulled down the blanket. The man in the bed looks like an American, but the costume belongs to that mannequin. The American hand has now become a mannequin. The face also becomes very scary. When she woke up, it was just a dream. She put the mannequin head on the nightstand. What is a nightmare to wake up to? At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a knock on the door. Hurry and hide the head. The person at the door is a friend. AHOA also lives in this building. You said your parents were gone. Work must be at home alone. I went to sleep with America for fear. She didn't refuse to let a flower stay overnight. Who suspects a flower is not obedient? She wants to hug her piss, make her startled sit up. Little America's actions have hurt a HOA. You didn't touch America all night. The next day, a HOA's attitude changed 180 You don't talk to America anymore. It doesn't help America anymore. He even took his trash and told America to throw it away. Petite American submissive follow. But just after taking out the trash, the lights suddenly shut off. The American went upstairs to get the book. I saw my glasses friend hiding under the table. The glasses girl is scared. Said that when America goes to waste, there was a haunting phenomenon in the classroom. She was with a long-haired friend. There are a lot of people who are trying to hide from America. But the front and back doors suddenly shook violently. Long-haired girl goes to check out. Right after that, the door automatically Long-haired friend scared to run out. But now that haunted mannequin has appeared, he found a flower and took her away. Now it's just the glasses girl hiding in the classroom. To know this, America stood up to find peace. You, despite the hindrance. Her friend wears glasses to the ballroom. As a result, I see the clothes. The mannequin is taken off. Next to him was a man with his back to dance. When you turn your back, you know it's a draw. To talk about. Turns out it's all just a joke of 3 people. They didn't expect the American girl to fall downstairs. Girlfriend wears glasses down. It turns out that America is no longer breathing. They killed America. The woman wearing the glasses was in a hurry to call the police. The American in the back suddenly stood up. It turns out that America is not a person. I fell from such a height that I did not die. After killing the glasses girl, she went upstairs looking for a girl with long hair. You have to kill these people to hide it. My secret. My long-haired friend is also dead. A fearful flower rushed to flee. I was lucky to see the school teacher again. I thought I was finally saved. But the next second... It turns out that teachers and Americans are on the same side. The next day, 3 more mannequins appeared in the school. Inside, and what are those 3 mannequins? You can guess for yourself. The girl bent down to pick up the pen. I saw a head full of blood. You're scared to scream. But when you learn to come, that person's head is gone. The girl is scared, and it always feels like something's not clinging to me. This school is not simple. It used to be a place of execution. The girl and her best friend are very adventurous. They found out the location of the execution site. Go there to take a photo check-in. But they didn't know that. This will bring about a great disaster. That night, the girl and her best friend, they're learning horror stories of the school. They found information about a girl named Nana was murdered at the school a few years ago. Her body is in the classroom, but the head doesn't know where it is. There's a rumor that Nana's head has been hung, hidden under the desk. Heard, as long as the AI sees the head, Nana's hatred came to. If you can't find Nana's head within 2 days, you will suffer the same fate as her. When my best friend heard this, her face turned pale. Said that yesterday when she came back to class alone. When I went to get the book, I heard some strange noises. A table that's constantly shaking. Curious to come to check. Mom girl urges best friend to hurry home. It's 9 o'clock now. It's not safe to be late. The girl doesn't care about this. The next day I went to school as usual. I found out my best friend didn't go to school. The teacher asked the girl to contact her best friend. You've made a lot of phone calls. At noon, my best friend finally answered. My best friend said she was sick and stayed home. Tell the girl not to worry. She breathed a sigh of relief, but soon after... She remembered the rumors about Nana. Hurry up and call your best friend. I want my best friend to help me think. Suddenly, the mirror in the back broke. You don't know what's going on. But that afternoon, the teacher brought us some shocking news.
เมื่อคืนนี้ก่อนกนกเพื่อนของเราจะเสียชีวิตแล้วนะครับ
My best friend died last night in an accident. In the car, she died tragically, and her body was ripped apart. She remembered what her best friend had told her. Last night, she suspected that her best friend... I also saw that person's head. That's why we had bad luck. Now you've seen it too. Will the next person to die be me? The girl didn't dare go home until everyone was gone. She stayed in school alone to find the human head. She wanted to find Nana's head, to lift the curse on me. I saw a shaking desk. Be careful moving forward. Discovered by the teacher. You can't keep looking. Otherwise, the teacher will think you're trying to steal something. You can only wait until school is over the next day. Unfortunately, I couldn't wait until after school. Then she was haunted by Nana's resentful spirit. The teacher called her on the board to answer questions. But just as she was on the board, the scene, it's so dark around, the students below also disappeared. A cold wind blowing behind her. Nana's ghost holds chalk and writes 2 life-saving letters on the board. But the girl didn't understand the meaning of this. There was one in the back. Hands. Turns out what just happened was just a dream. You know, if you can't find your head, that's the scene in the dream. Will become a reality. You can't sleep anymore and stay awake at night. Search for information on the internet. You want to find a way to break the curse. I heard you can use a toilet board to talk to the dead. You go to class. Then follow the online way to call the soul. Put your finger on the glass. Then ask the questions I want to ask.
คุณคือวนิดาใช่หรือไม่
When the girl asked Nana what she wanted, Nana said she would find her head. Then Nana let the girl see the past. Nana was still alive. She and her classmates went to school to play seance. Who expected to call the evil executioner? The executioner entered the guard and the beginning of Nana. She rushed to chase the guard. I want to see where the guards took Nana's head. I found out this is a warehouse. She's looking for a tool to unlock it. There are some desks in the room. Look out, Nana's head was hidden here. Following Nana's instructions, she found the head. She knelt down and begged Nana to forgive her. But your voice was, attract the executioner in the dark. The executioner held up a 10-meter-long knife and wanted to kill her. Fortunately, you can't stop chanting right now. The executioner let her go. Then she buried Nana's head in the crime scene. I hope doing so will end this. But when I get home, her mother's face suddenly became discolored. Who did you bring? I didn't see anyone, Mom. It's not over yet. Nana forgave you, but the executioner didn't. I saw my mother fall to the ground. The father rushed to help, but did not know that the mother had been executed by the executioner. After the first day, it's the girl's turn. The girl was under the chair. She prayed for a miracle to happen, but... When the girl opened her eyes again, she was already under the desk. She saw Nana approaching and said thank you. It turns out that Nana doesn't want her head back. I want to find a replacement for myself.